Today, we're putting two of TaylorMade's most talked about putters head to head. The TaylorMade Spider GT putter versus the TaylorMade Spider GTX putter. Review and comparison. Similarities, differences, technology, and on-course performance of the GT and GTX, and help you figure out which one might be the better fit for your putting stroke and playing style. The product we will talk about first, TaylorMade Spider GT putter. Let's start with what makes the Spider GT stand out. TaylorMade built this putter around stability and forgiveness. They used a 6061 aluminum top plate, which is super lightweight, about 145 grams. By stripping weight from the middle, they could push heavy steel weights, about 90 grams each, all the way out to the sides. That creates massive perimeter weighting and a high MOI, so the putter resists twisting on off-center hits. On the face, you'll notice the PureRoll 2 insert. It's a mix of TPU urethane with aluminum beams set at a 45-degree angle. This design helps the ball start rolling forward almost instantly, reducing skids and hops. It feels a bit firmer than older Spider inserts, so expect a crisp, clicky strike instead of that soft, spongy feel. And then there's the fluted feel shaft, a subtle engineering tweak near the tip of the shaft that gives you extra stability while softening the vibration feedback. Finally, the Spider GT comes in multiple hosel options: single bend, short slant, and even a center shaft. Even if you miss the sweet spot, the ball holds its line really well thanks to that perimeter weighting. Distance control is another strong suit, especially on longer putts. Reviewers and testers found that even mishits stayed surprisingly close to the intended pace. That PureRoll 2 insert definitely improves roll quality. The ball starts hugging the surface early, which inspires confidence when you're trying to avoid those frustrating hops. But here's the caveat: the feel is firmer. Some golfers love the feedback. Visually, the GT's alignment system and winged shape make it really easy to square up. That said, some testers noted the putter head naturally wants to sit back a touch, so you don't want to push your hands too far forward at address. In terms of build quality, the Spider GT feels premium all around. The aluminum top plate and steel wings look sleek and modern. The contrast alignment line is sharp, and the overall finish holds up really well. You also get a high-quality stock grip, very similar to a SuperStroke pistol, which pairs nicely with the stable head design. As long as you use the head cover and give it a quick wipe after rounds, durability shouldn't be an issue. Aesthetically, it's bold, but not over the top. The sharp lines and modern wing geometry give it a really unique look. User experience is where this putter really shines. With multiple hosel options and shaft lengths, it's versatile enough for almost any stroke style. Once you're properly fit, it feels intuitive, forgiving, and confidence-inspiring. Now let's talk about values. The Spider GT typically retails around $200 to $300, depending on region and spec. So yes, it's firmly in premium territory. Is it worth it? If you want a forgiving mallet with great alignment and a modern design, then absolutely, it delivers what you're paying for. TaylorMade Spider GT putter pros and cons. Pros: incredible stability and forgiveness. Strong roll quality with PureRoll 2 insert. Great alignment visuals. Multiple hosel options for stroke styles. Cons: firmer feel may not suit everyone. Slight alignment quirks at setup. Insert durability over years is something to watch.
The product I will talk about next, TaylorMade Spider GTX putter. So first, let's talk about technology. TaylorMade built the Spider GTX using a multi-material construction. The crown is a lightweight 6061 aluminum top cap, and then nearly half of the putter's mass, about 154 grams, sits in a heavy stability bar at the rear. That's either stainless steel or tungsten, depending on the model. What does that do? It pushes the center of gravity deep back, which boosts stability and forgiveness. In fact, the GTX has an MOI of over 5,300 grams centimeters squared, which is extremely high for this size of mallet. On the face, we've got the PureRoll 2 insert. This is a co-molded insert with TPU urethane plus aluminum beams at a 45-degree angle. It's designed to get the ball rolling forward faster, reducing skid and keeping putts online. And of course, TaylorMade brought back the True Path alignment system, that bold white bar or Y shape that frames the ball beautifully. If you like customization, the My Spider GTX program lets you choose different head colors, back bar finishes, and sightline styles, so you can really make it your own. Different hosel options are available too. Single bend, short slant, center shaft, even L-neck, so you can fit it to your putting stroke. Now, performance is what really matters, and here's where the GTX shines. The forgiveness is excellent. On off-center strikes, the head resists twisting and keeps the ball online. If you struggled with mishits in the past, this putter definitely helps. Distance control is solid too. That PureRoll 2 insert promotes forward roll so long putts stay more consistent. However, here's where things get interesting. The feel is firmer than some golfers like. Instead of that soft, buttery feedback, you get more of a tingy or harder sensation. Some reviewers loved it, others felt it made pace judgment a little trickier. Sound and feedback can be a personal preference, so if you love a firmer, more solid feel, you'll likely enjoy this. If you want a super soft blade-like touch, this might take some adjusting. At address, the head sets up really nicely. It's compact but still inspires confidence, and the True Path alignment just grabs your eye and makes aiming easier. Overall, stability, alignment, and consistency are where the GTX really delivers. Build quality is solid. Aluminum top, heavy steel or tungsten bar, premium Superstroke GT 1.0 grip. But durability is where mixed reviews come in. Some players have reported dents forming on the face insert after just a few rounds. Others notice paint chipping on the crown or edges, while many users say the finishes are more premium than older Spiders. TaylorMade Spider GTX Putter, pros and cons. Pros: amazing stability, even on bad strokes. The alignment system really builds confidence. Premium, solid feel compared to older Spider models. Very consistent performance on long putts. Cons: that firmer face feel isn't for everyone. Some durability concerns with the insert and paint. The head feels a bit heavy for some strokes. TaylorMade Spider GT Putter versus TaylorMade Spider GTX Putter review and comparison. Differences: weight distribution, CG. TaylorMade Spider GTX moves a larger share of mass to the rear via the stability bar. This deeper CG helps resist twisting on mishits and tends to produce higher MOI performance. TaylorMade Spider GT, somewhat more forward biased by comparison, and some players perceive it to have a bit more of feel of face closure or release. Some players on forums mention the GTX feels heavier and more solid than GT. Alignment or visual cue emphasis. TaylorMade Spider GTX True Path alignment is more prominent, which may assist better aiming for some users. TaylorMade Spider GT alignment is more minimal, which some purists prefer for less visual clutter. Which one is better for you? Go for the Spider GT if you prefer a softer, more forgiving feel with a touch more give on impact. Your putting stroke has a slight arc, toe to heel, or you prefer a hosel style giving some face rotation. You want generous setup margin, less sensitivity to small changes in hand placement. Go for the Spider GTX if you chase maximum stability and MOI, especially in longer putts, and want every bit of resistance to twisting. You have a relatively consistent hand position, shaft lean, grip placement, and can dial in balance to match it. You like a firmer, more direct feedback, a bit more of a click, and a solid feel.